welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and I am so filled with inspirations and love to share today. And you know what? Let me jump right in. I was going to drop the link, but let me wait. I'll do the start, right? Let's start with the thumbnail today. The thumbnail and the topic. Blessings first. Golly, geez, I'm stumbling and out of order. Please forgive me. Welcome and greetings to all of you who have already tuned in. Those of you who may join in at a later time, please, I invite you just to settle in and enjoy and receive what is offered today because, man, we're a part of something pretty good. We are all a part of something pretty cool. And I'm gaining more and more confidence in this feeling, in this excitement. And that actually kind of brings us into the thumbnail, even the Thrilling Thursday, the idea, the thrill of new beginnings. The thrill of new beginnings is immensely alluring, especially when you allow yourself to dream about different and better and greater and who knows, right? So I offer, please consider this observation. We get to choose, right? After sleep, each day we return to consciousness in the morning, or if you're a shift worker, you wake up in the afternoon or evening. When we awaken to the day, we can allow ourselves to find the thrill from a new beginning, because each day is a new beginning. Each moment is a new moment. Each experience is a new experience. Everything is new. So embrace yourself, align yourself with the thrill of new, and you can celebrate the new day of becoming you again. I hope that makes sense, right? Celebrate the new day of becoming you again. Because I'm pretty sure that's kind of the message of love. Pretty sure I'm starting to gain in confidence that might be the whole message that our God, our Creator, wants us to know. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the link early. I got a page of notes here and stuff, but I'm going to trust and let it flow. Today, I'm not, for whatever reason, Rumble was a stumbling block, and I had technology problems earlier. It took me like an hour and a half to get going because of the technology stuff and my lack of awareness. But where was I going? Oh yeah, so I'm not on Rumble today, just on Facebook and YouTube, and that's actually simpler. StreamYard seems to work better with those, and I'm not going to chase audiences as much as I already do. I'm focused on specific audiences right now and today. That audience is you. So the idea of new beginnings through love. Yeah, well, it's kind of what I'm talking about in that book there, the Bible. It's all about new beginnings through love. And hey, we've already got our first guest, so let's jump right in. And I'm curious for an update. So, how are you doing today, brother?
Hello. You might have to forgive me for my mind's in and out, so I'll try to keep up. But if I fall asleep as well, I've been falling asleep a lot. my liver's not doing good, but I'll try to keep up.
Do
If
me a
that's okay.
favor.
Yeah.
In the private chat, what I'd like you to do, because I
Yeah.
didn't get to this yesterday before oops. And
Yeah. I'll put my phone number. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, my brain's just my brain's in and out.
all right. Well,
Oh,
mine
oh,
it my,
thank you.
my mine is in the back. Please take that down and shoot me an email with a way that we can communicate
Yeah,
privately. All
yeah.
right. And then what I'd like to do is talk to you later. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to put you in the back, but thank you for returning. And for those who have been tuning in, continue your prayers for our brother here, that health be restored and that peace be known. Okay.
Yeah, and thank you very much, Jack. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And I'm going to put you in the back. You're welcome to stay. Right. And if you have the desire to participate, drop in the chat or wave or whatever. And you're welcome. I'll bring you back up. But most importantly, please take the ability to connect. And I'd like you to connect with me offline, please. Thank you, my friend. Hey, and yes, I'm not alone. Others are offering peace and love and prayers. And here, this is it. That way, love. Love is the law of truth. Nothing less, nothing more. And it is our only way home. Love one another. Tell each other the truth. Hello. Can you walk that way? Can you live that way? Can you imagine yourself just telling each other the truth? Telling yourself the truth? Here, let's jump into some ideas, okay? Because here, the new beginnings through love, these are available to you, whoever you are. There's always a greater expanse of love that's available. And here, let me back up as well. Because while we get into this, I bounce around with words. I may use different words to point at the same thing. But that's the thing about words. Words are actually things. Things are thoughts. So I don't want to get so caught up on the things and the thoughts about the words. The words have meanings, and the meanings are pointing to concepts and powers. And when I'm getting into these concepts and powers that I'm pointing at, the indescribable experience of love, okay, the undefinable yet unmistakable power of creation. I say God, and when I say God, there's a supreme Godhead from which the intelligence is so unimaginable, this intelligence that actually allows the fabric of space-time to become experienced. So there's a supreme Godhead that creates the universe, the cosmos, allows time to be experienced through the gift of consciousness and awareness. So I trust that's what I'm pointing out when I'm saying God. And the evidence of God is in the universe. And the universe is us. The universe created us. There was a thought I made a sense of earlier there, right? There's a connect behind the universe is a creator. I call that God, but the universe is what created us. So you can point at the universe as well. And within the universe is the nature that we know of here on Mother Earth, the nature of the elements and the elementals, the nature of wilderness and wild, the nature of the sun, the moon. That's the nature that we are. And so we are so much more than just these little numbers and reputations and diagnosis. Even diagnosis, these things are not always as they appear. Amen. This is what yes, there's so many ways to understand these things and to comprehend, so many ways to perceive it, so many ways to explain it. This experience of life, it's incredible. We're all connected through energy, vibration, frequency, time. We only perceive all of those things through the awareness of who we are. So let me jump into this, right? New beginnings through love. Love, where is your love? Love is in your heart body. You've got beyond your physical body and your mental body. I call it, well, maybe it's your emotional body, your heart. So, I might be getting ahead of myself here. Well, no, I'm not. The heart of who we are is what we know. Okay. And the knowing of who we are, it's true. But within the mind, see, the mind likes to replace the heart. These doggone peeps. See, it's not Discord. I don't know what the beeping is, but it comes and goes sometimes. And I don't know what the heck's going on. So please forgive the interruptions and my own interruption and the distractions that are for whatever reason. Well, I'm going to come back. Well, the idea of the mind and the heart. Is your mind in your heart, or is your heart in your mind? There's a big difference. If your heart is in your mind, you're in love with your thoughts, you're in love with your opinions, you're in love with what you think and what you believe. You're in love with your ego. Your ego is pretend. Our egos start developing. I have many theories on this and really haven't had a chance to discuss my theories with others, but get feedback. I mean, I believe our egos, the pretend part of us, it surfaces through trauma when we're younger. And then we normalize this pretend. I realized this about myself. It was around the age of 15 that my anger really started rising. It was because I was still afraid. See, I started pretending like I was tough. That's what it was. I started pretending like I was tough when I was a kid, that I didn't need anyone. I didn't have anyone. I don't need anyone. And boy, I made a tough life for myself too. I was lying to myself. I was afraid. And I was afraid to admit I was afraid. Because, see, you don't get afraid. If you're afraid, it means you don't understand. And if you don't understand, you could be wrong. And if you're wrong, you might get punished. So you don't want to be punished. So you don't want to be wrong. So you don't want to be afraid. It's better to be angry. That's what I thought. So along my way, I lost my purpose when I started denying my authentic and my true self. I'm sharing my story, my testimony, so that if you can relate, it can be overcome. We can overcome our past trauma. We can overcome our past habits. We can overcome We are here to overcome. Because overcoming, that's like a power of love. Love is overcoming. Fear is an interruption. Fear is a distraction. But love, right? The love that's shown through nature, life overcomes. We are the result of ancestors who overcame famines, droughts, wars, development, all sorts of crazy stuff. We're here to overcome. It's naturally within us. God, the way we're designed, there's such a perfection and an order to everything. Our God's perfection should not be denied. It should be wondered at, about. And God's perfection is revealed to us through the perfection of time. The way the sun and the moon, everything works so perfectly. We schedule ourselves. Here's what I know, right? When I discovered my purpose, my passion and purpose is admittedly to lead, to be a leader and to teach. A leader for me, what a leader does is it serves and develops those who are around. The best way to serve is to develop, to uplift, to raise, to empower, right? So then the leader's not doing it alone. I know what I'm talking about. Leadership is, I used to carry it as a burden, but I'm excited for the opportunities again in the future. Jesus taught the way. And the way to lead is through love, right? And that's where this new beginnings idea comes in. Because this world has a lot of corruption. It's got a lot of darkness. There's a lot of confused people who've been enabled with their confusion and anger and fear and depression. All of these things have been normalized. If you're carrying disagreements day after day after day, find mercy on yourself, right? If you're spending time on the things you hate, find something better to do with your mind. See, the way we are designed has such a perfect order to it that it's really simple and obvious. When you humble yourself to the truth and that which you can know, the only thing you can know for sure is right now and whatever's right here in front of you. So I got off track. Right now, what I want to help you and whoever you are, I want to help this world better understand there's a purpose, there's a calling, there's something within you, something within us all that's been waiting to come forth. Someone dropped it in the comments yesterday. A line from one of the later discovered scriptures, Gospel of Thomas, that's where it was. That which is within you will create you when it comes forth, and if you don't allow that to come forth from with, I'm misquoting it, but there's a purpose and a meaning for you within you. It's in your heart. It's written in your heart. But if you spend all day trapped in your mind, schedules and news and media and gossip and memories, you're not going to hear it because the heart speaks silently, perhaps. Love speaks without words. That was an inspiration I wanted to remember from yesterday. Love speaks powerfully. And, oh no, we speak love through you and use words only when required. I thought that's beautiful. Speak love through you, but only use words when required. Show love through you. Love. Love is why we are here. So if you don't know your purpose, your number one purpose, your very first purpose, if you don't know your purpose, your greater purpose of why you awaken every day, if you think it's just to pay the mortgage, or you think it's just to dig bunkers, I don't know, you got a purpose. Every one of us has a purpose, and I'm not going to judge anyone's purpose, but if you don't know your purpose, your first purpose is to get into your heart. I'm telling you, that's for sure. And this was inspired in the description of the video. Is a link to a video I spent time with earlier today from Aaron Abke. I've spoke about him before. He's an incredible teacher. And if you notice, I left my comments in the video too. So some of these ideas came from his instruction, teaching, inspiration, and I encourage you, check him out. There's also a link in there for 4D University, something he's created, and it's a great platform. Some very inspiring value being shared through him and many others. Okay, so but I want to give credit where I feel credit's due. So this idea that if you don't know your purpose, your first purpose is to get into your heart, I was pointed out there, and then he offered some really great other points. The qualities of the heart, how to know you're in your heart. No, I'll come back to that. I'll swing back to my thoughts first, and maybe the others. Sorry, the chat distracted me. You know, I was thinking about this earlier, and one of my notes. In the past, much of my life, I had been seeking approval. I spent so much time seeking the approval of others. And if I didn't get approval, if I found disapproval, I was crushed. I was crushed. And I found lots of other things in the world that I disapproved of. Well, what are those signs of? Approval and disapproval. Those are judgments. Judgments are opinions. So my opinion on what I approve or disapprove of doesn't matter as much as what I was really looking for. I was looking for acceptance. I didn't need approval. Sure as hell don't need more disapproval, even today. I get enough of that from, well, the world is disapproving of many things. We're so confused these days. But you know what? The world we are a part of that is around us and with us, there's a lot of confusion in this world. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's your family. Maybe you don't realize it. Maybe they don't realize it. But yeah, the world's been pretty misled. The signs are so obvious. Which means, yeah, bring it back to the obvious, the simple solution. New beginnings through love. You can do it starting today. The only one who can deny you from the truth is you. So recognize, go within you. What's your relationship with the truth? Because can you get comfortable with the truth? I mean, if you can't, why not? Why are you unwilling to be comfortable with the truth that you know? Why do you insist that things always have to change? We don't, right? Hey, blessings to you guys. I haven't been paying a lot of attention to the chat. We all are looking for our soul tribe, but guess what? That's our problem. We're looking for it on our minds in the past. In the past. Today is different, right? I feel like you guys are aligned with me. We are looking for our soul tribe. It's like, where the hell are the people in this world like me who aren't in hell, who don't want hell, who actually want to bring heaven into the world? Where is that soul tribe at? Hello. Welcome to today. Let's sincerely settle in and enjoy each other's company, because our God works in mysterious ways. And what I've been learning is objectively true. I'm confident of this because I've received so many different perspectives and things. I may misspeak. I'm honest. I'm not perfect, but let me come back to you guys. The freak. Proverbs. Withholding not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in the power of thine hand to do it. Yeah, don't withhold good. And withhold not good. I think. Holy cow, see these languages. Language is so amazing. And thank you. Another Psalms. This, be still and know I am God. Can you settle into now and know God, like the absolute intelligence that created the universe, the cosmos, the way that light and sound move, and we can actually receive those things? That creator, that God, is you. The world taught us to believe that God was distant, far off, could never be understood. That's why many of God's children are walking around confused, not knowing who they are, not knowing what's going on. See, our God is so divine, so perfect. So, here, what I've considered is this absolute, right? It doesn't matter what I think about what is real, it matters what is real. And what is real is this experience of right now. And everything I've experienced so far, I'm pretty sure it feels real. Think it's real. But see, I'm not so sure because I spend a lot of time alone every day, and it doesn't make sense to me. I can't, guys, I'm on here 7 days a week on YouTube. And besides, like maybe Smith, I don't know that anyone in Spokane even pays any attention to me whatsoever. I know my neighbors. I was thinking about this earlier. Sorry to distract from the lesson, but it's me. It's how I roll. I love you guys. I love me. I love being me. I was thinking earlier, I live in a fabulous neighborhood. Lots of children raised here. It's very private, not a lot of through traffic. And I was thinking about the years I've been here. The guys used to get together. We'd have poker night, regularly. We'd sit out in the streets and, you know, shoot the breeze while the children all played together. My neighbors have avoided me for several years. I mean, they know I was going through a labor dispute. They know that things were going on, but it's like they've literally been avoiding me. My whole town has. So see, this is what tells me, man, my life is so unbelievable. My life is so unbelievable that that's what convinced me to believe in God. And yes, just an update. I see in the back, and I will bring you up, my brother, very briefly. But just an update. Before I did the stream, I followed up with a polite email inquiring, besides returning to general forum, what other opportunities are there for me to get your attention? I'd like to have more than 2 minutes, You know how I roll. I like to talk. Say a lot of things. Hey, we've got a guest, and it's a new day, and it's a new adventure, and he just left. I was going to welcome with love, OTW. Maybe he just got disconnected, though. Oh, I wonder if this is an invasion. No, it's not. Welcome, Timmy. How are you, brother?
Hey, brother. Did you know that Lou is currently building accommodations
For what?
for the Society of Looping Slaves?
All right.
Yeah, man.
There seems to be plenty gathered over at the Unslavia live streams.
Hey, he's just trying to help. He's just trying to help the slaves that are in need of houses.
That's the funny thing about Lou. He tries, but man, does he really accomplish much? Let me not underestimate. I'm sure he does. He accomplishes a lot of things, but I don't know. Hey, we got our other guest. I'm rolling with the flow, and welcome, OTW. How have you been?
Greetings, Jack. Greetings, Timmy.
Hello, LTW slave.
How are you doing, Timmy?
Pretty solid. California, that the minimum wage is up. Maybe Washington is next. Maybe they'll just get rid of it. Maybe they'll just get rid of money altogether, right?
Right. And the gas has gone up like double here in Canada. It's like insane. It's like $2.10 a liter. It's like $8.40 a gallon American. Imagine that.
Can we break this down? Because sincerely, I mean, people joke about it, but I believe wage slavery can and should end. Why do we still think that money is required? Makes no sense. I mean, I understand accounting, and that's basically all our damn money system is. It's not even fucking money system. It's an accounting system. We let people sleep in the streets. We pay people to go murder people here on Earth for accounting. We don't need to live like that. That's kind of what I was trying to get across to the city council, but I did very poorly. There was so much discussion on budgets. Budgets and regulations. When we focus on budgets and regulations, we lose sight of the people. We lose sight of the purpose. This is my life testimony. The people around me focused on the regulations and the rules. They didn't give a shit about me.
Yeah, but Jack, I mean, who's to say they got to do anything for you, right? I mean, they're not really helping the people. They're helping themselves, right?
Well, this is the problem. This is the thing. I mean, this is what I'm hoping to achieve, honestly. Every one of us has the ability to change our way of thinking. Happens with a choice. Changing our way of thinking, it sounds scary and it seems complicated until you break it down and realize it's super easy. And once you change your way of thinking and you create a new habit through discipline and practice and focus, lives transform like that. I know it. I slowed myself down. I slowed myself down because I was afraid of this and I was afraid of that, but I set the goal. I set goals that, well, others didn't believe, and then I set other goals that many others still don't believe. But guys, go ahead, Timmy.
No, what I was just thinking, some folks might say that you are very much like the clowns that want to say own nothing and be happy and have no money. And then, so isn't that like, some folks might say that you're doing the same thing that they're doing. You're like, no money, sort of like no work, and everybody's going to be happy. Sounds the same, right?
Mm-hmm. This is, Timmy, this is the divine game that we're playing in. There's good to be found in all things, but the illusion of good and bad, dude, yeah, the UN ideas with their top-down control where a few own and everybody else is drugged and entertained for the illusions of happiness, that's sick. That's evil. However, the other side of that is, the other day it was mentioned about Jacques Fresco, the Venus Project, and they have not done as well as I wish they had. But the idea I had is I lived my life without realizing there was those ideas, right? These alternatives to what have been put out. And so then I wonder if how many people in Congress might actually even know of that. And if they don't know, well, let's see what they will do. And if they do know, let's find out why they're not more supportive of those ideas. Because rather than a war and a defense department, we can have a future planning department that oversees the war and defense, but that is actually focused on delivering prosperity and abundance to everybody in the nation and then through the world. And we bring the ideas and the right people together at the right time, miracles happen. I've experienced it, but I mean, it's not the type of miracles that people think about. It's a miracle we live, guys. And every day, despite what the past has been, despite what the future might look like, things are not always as they appear. And the only thing that we can know is right now. And so right now I'm offering, hey, let's see if we can change our minds a little bit. Open our minds up to the idea that, hey, yeah, we don't have to put up with this crap. We don't have to continue. I mean, we can change this world. We can bring the new ideas together. My hope is to be a part of this. And I hope those tuning in, those who might be willing, let's be a part. Let's get these ideas of transformative changes. Let's get these ideas into the mainstream, to the leadership of the world, and get them to explain, why can we not have peace? Why can we not use diplomacy and negotiations as opposed to threats, coercion, a punishment?
What if
Have you considered that they don't want
hold on a
peace?
sec. What if we used music as a means to achieve that? Could that be an idea?
People have been using music. Music has been a transformative and inspirational part. Actually, yeah, communicating ideas and passion. Music has been a great part of humans' development.
Have you ever thought about like writing a song or a poem, certain type of lyrics to express your ideas in a different form?
No, because there's others doing that just brilliantly. Low Key, Marlon Craft. Those are two of my recent favorites. They're spitting truth and, pointing out, you know what? There's so many artists. That's not me. I embrace who I am. I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Which reminds me.
I actually sincerely believe that.
Thank you. Well, but that reminds me, that applies to all of us. Many of us don't know our purpose. Many of us don't know our path. But if you can accept, right here and now is your path. And from right here and now, we get to decide how much of the past are we carrying around, or how much are we willing to toss off our backs, let go of the past, let go of the disagreements, the resentments, the fears, the habits, toss them away, dig in, right? Get some excitement about the possibilities of the future. We can all do this thing, but it comes down to first, actually, thank you. This comes from that Aaron Abke video. Sorry, I'm going to move it into a teaching thing for a moment. But the Aaron Abke video points out the keys to change a problem. Recognize. Oh, that's right. He gives a great, beautiful description of being out in the ocean between a couple of boats. You want to go to the one that's going to reward you for, drowning others, or you want to go to the one that's waiting for you to ask for help? The keys to changing a problem is to recognize, I'm tired of fighting, I'm tired of this life, I'm tired of this way of living. Recognize it. What happens in this world, I mentioned this earlier. I was afraid to be vulnerable. I was afraid to show my weakness. I was afraid to admit that I was afraid. And as a result, put on the false front, being tough, pushed people away. It took me to finally admit that I'm sick and tired of surviving. I'm sick and tired of not enough. I'm sick and tired of what I was seeing. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And then I admitted I needed help. And actually, when I admitted I needed help, even when I was asking for help and trying to find help, the universe still gave me a bunch of obstacles. So I know I'm not unique. There's a lot of people who are trying to find help from their past, trying to break away from the past life and trauma and habits, but they receive some setbacks, some stumbles. We've got to be committed in this life. That's something I've learned through this experience. It's no joke. You want to live a life, you better commit to the life you want to live. You don't do that, though, if you don't know what you want. And it's hard to know what you want if you're always looping in your fears and you're afraid. So the keys to change a problem is to look in the mirror and recognize your part, your responsibility in your life, your problem. Recognize how tired you are, recognize why the need is there to change, and ask the universe for help. And then pay attention to your life and receive what the universe offers. Pay attention to who comes into your life, the opportunities that show up. That's what I've learned.
That's you.
That's what?
That's you.
It is me. What is snafu? He already got. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, snafu. That's not appropriate, dude. Come on.
He's still
man.
alive. Snafu's still with us.
It appears that way. And insults are already flowing out of him. So, golly geez, man. Golly geez. Oh, hey, actually, I wanted to point out, too. Aaron points it out in his video. I'll offer the reminder to you, and I will encourage anyone who's listening to me, if you got some time, check out what he shares in the description. The fact that we are connecting, the fact that you tuned in, that I'm here today, that all of these things aligned to happen could be the result of maybe my past prayers, your past prayers, asking for what we're looking for. It could be here. So this is a reminder I received in that is, if you're going to ask for help, trust that it's there. Have some faith in you that you're strong enough to make it until the answers, and you don't need to corrupt yourself with worry and fear, or you don't need to accept a lesser option. You don't have to settle for things that you're not in love with. You guys, I got a bunch more, but if you got anything, feel free.
Yeah, man. I'm curious. Like, what does Jack Talcott want for Jack Talcott? Because like you often talk about like your goals for the rest of the world, and it's honorable, right? But like, what does Jack want for Jack? Like, be selfish for a moment.
In a way, it is selfish. Because can you imagine the rewards that may be found should I somehow find a way to succeed? Ending wars, right? I mean, dude, I wouldn't have to work. And actually, I'll be honest in this. If I end up homeless, whatever, I have no intentions of working a job that I don't want ever again. I will lead myself into success or failure, one way or the other. And I'm actually, you know what? I'm competent. Failure is not going to happen with me because I don't stop. I don't quit. That's part of this game that I learned and what I'm sharing with those around me.
Yeah.
You guys know this. We all know this. Daisy May, yes, the man that was on the panel. I'm assuming you mean Wildheart Resurrected with the liver diagnosis. He showed up today briefly and took my contact information. So he's alive and kicking, and it looks like Snafu's alive and kicking. And man, this life we are living. Sorry, I got off track there. What does Jack want? I want justice, not just for me, but for others. There are so many people suffering injuries and famine and just wrongness. There's innocent people sitting in cages right now in prisons and jails, detention centers, refugee camps. There's so much injustice in this world. My world fell apart, admittedly, in the past. It did. But so what? Doesn't change where I'm at today. So I think that's kind of the point. And honestly, oh man, kind of bouncing around, but this was another thought I had earlier. My life is different than others, right? All of our lives are different. But by the grace of my life, I feel so blessed, and I trust that I have been so blessed. And I know the value of what I've learned. I know how I feel. I know I see what I see. I know the solutions. I know the steps I've taken. I know the investments I've made. I know what I've been doing. I'm not just sitting around here doing nothing. The point is, I believe that, well, in an ultimate creator, there's an ultimate creator that creates the truth that we may know. And within us, there's a connection to the ultimate creator, and the truth is written within us. All we've got to do is align ourselves to what we know. And the only thing we can know is right now and what's around us, what's right in front of us. I mean, we've got to be aware of what's beyond us, obviously. But we don't have to complicate our own lives. We don't have to complicate each other if we just stay present. And this is actually, Timmy, sorry to keep going on, but this is truly what I want, because this has been my prayer daily for, I don't know, it's not a long time, but it's getting longer. My daily prayer is, God, please, thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you, God. Do not allow. My prayer is that I never stray from my awareness of you in my life. And I pray to never stray from love. Not for long, and not, if I stray from love, it's brief. It's not going to be long. I'm going to reset, because every new moment is a new beginning through love. That's the mystery of love and life. It's such a beautiful combination. And see, I've been spending time today too. What lords over me? What is my Lord? Because I pray. Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God, constantly in my head. And I'm wondering, all right, well, what is that? Well, the truth. The truth I know is what lords over me. The love I feel, that's what moves me. And it's really that simple. That is the Christed way. That's actually the natural way we're supposed to be. When we deny the truth, we get all resistant to it and angry at it. We're playing juvenile games with ourselves and then each other. And these juvenile games that have been played by people all around the world for an awful long time, these juvenile sick games of pretend and authority have resulted in the likes of Joe Biden and Donald Trump being considered leaders in America. I don't appreciate that. But I don't judge, because I used to buy into that same political system. Hell, I was even stupid enough to raise my hand and put on a uniform. But praise God. God has been so good to me, kept me safe, allowed me to learn. God, and I was so stupid in my past. This is why I'm confident. This is why I'm confident God is using me as a messenger, because I made so many stupid, obvious, dumb mistakes in my past. But I tried real hard, man. And then I figured it out. God allowed me to figure it out, so to say. By the grace of God, answers were found by me. And then God confirmed them. And the one confirmation I've not yet, there's a few confirmations that the world has not yet allowed me to see. But I know the day is coming soon. And that'll be when I hug my son again. It'll be when I hug my friends again. And it'll be when I speak to those knuckleheads in Washington, D.C., first at the American Postal Workers Union and the United States Postal Service, ideally together, and then with the citizens of Congress. Why not, right? What else am I going to do? I ain't got no job. I ain't got no family. I ain't got no friends. Why not? Let's see what we can do to bring peace to the world. No immediate friends in my immediate vicinity. But that's not true either. I have friends. They just don't have time for me. Which just cracks me up, man. Because we don't live that long. We only get to live today, right now. It's taken me a while to realize these things, though. I'd like to point out another simple and obvious objective fact. When people like us, when people embrace truth, secrets and lies cannot remain. See, the only reason secrets and lies, even our own self-denial, even our own bad habits are enabled. They're enabled by people who aren't respectful to the truth that is shown. And I'm not pointing fingers, but it's something I learned in my past life as well, is that my friends had been enabling me and I'd been enabling my friends. Neither one of us were good friends to each other. They dropped out. Blessings. Hey, thank you both, Timmy and OTW. Appreciate that. Ooh, thank you, man. I never could imagine that in my life either. And then, well, what happens, what I've realized in this life, Lou, from firsthand testimony and experience, very often that which we fear will become true. I never wanted to spend any time away from my son. I allowed our separation to destroy me. That's not a good father. It's not a good example, and I realize that. I've offered, not to get into my story, but for those who know, I've tried texting my newest observations, my humble apologies, recognizing the foolish mistakes I made in the past. One of the mistakes I made was not loving life, choosing to walk with fear, choosing to walk with anger, resentments. Anger and resentments, guys, brothers and sisters, they'll destroy us. Pay attention to you, not so much your opinions of others. Let's come back to that too. Begin new beginnings through love. I encourage you, bring your practice into focus, right? I see the Catholics do the little signs thing, and it can be a reminder. Bring your mind, your awareness, the throne of your being, your attention. Bring that focus into your heart space to see you, to see this moment, to see the world through this moment, and all of that through a veil of love. Love is always here. Love is the present. The present is lovingly offered. These are my words, but I trust in this. The present is God's offering for us, through us, right? The offering of the present is the gift of life. Let's start paying attention to life. It can end in a moment. It can be transformed in a moment. It can be renewed in a moment. All of those things are true. Life is moments. Don't get lost. Don't get angry. And above all, please let go of your confusion. You don't want it. I'm telling you, you want to become pure. You do. We all do. Because as we become pure, we clear ourselves from, holy cows, we clear ourselves from impurities like excuses and blame, those ugly things. I forgot to pin the message. There we go. Just realized that. Yeah, so for those who do wish to join, the link is pinned to the top. I hadn't dropped it for a while. Can you envision yourself? Envisioning, mind's eye, right? Bring your vision in. Can you envision yourself embodying the heart presence? Can you envision yourself in your mind embodying the presence of love? This brings me back to an earlier thought I didn't finish. I mentioned these words. These words are things, and the things are thoughts, and they're pointing at powers. Love. Love is not a thing. God is not a thing. The truth is not a thing. They are powers. They are energies. They are much more than us. All right. We just get to experience the results of or the absence of love and truth and God, which are eternally present, but we get to experience our life with those things and without those things. And the gateway, the gatekeeper, is your mind, right? So, to help you, the topic, the purpose of today, new beginnings through love. I want to plant the seeds of thought. I really hope anyone tuning in is willing to consider these ideas and try them out. What's the worst thing that can happen if you let go of your anger and resentment, your plans of revenge for a few days? What would happen if you just spent a little bit of time within yourself considering the benefits of forgiveness? What it might be like if you offered it to someone? What it might be like if you sought forgiveness from someone? What would that be like if you were the one to reach out and make peace? Where can you do that? Can you do that with yourself first, right? Because that's the number one thing. If you don't know your purpose, well, your purpose is peace. And to make peace, you got to go in your heart. Your heart will tell you where you should offer forgiveness, where a lack of forgiveness is, your heart will tell you. And then within your mind, you can find the reasons. Just like you can find an excuse to judge someone and hate someone, you can find an excuse to appreciate someone. You can find an excuse to love someone. That's the whole idea of the message from Jesus. Love your enemies. Love. Love overcomes. See, and we live in a world where cause and effect, there is no separation from cause and effect. God is the effect. No, the universe is the effect of God. We are the effect of the universe. And then we affect a lot, don't we? We cause a lot in our beingness. But each day in our beingness, we get to determine what energies come forth. Are they pure or are they toxic? What are we consuming? What are we surrounding ourselves with? Right? Because the thoughts you think, the people you surround yourself with, the little groups and the cliques, or even what you tune into, those things, every moment you receive, and you're consuming information in life, you're consuming experience, and that experience is becoming you. And as you move on from this moment will be in your memory banks and affect what you're thinking. That's at every moment. So pay attention to what you're consuming, how you're spending time, what your environment is actually like. Maybe the problems in your life, the dissatisfaction you feel, maybe it's actually not as much about the world. It might be about you, but it could be the other way around. It could also be where you're choosing to spend your time, because we become attached. We become attached to plans. We become attached to comfort. We get attached to routines and familiarity and change. Oh no, change is scary. Scary. Change is unknown. Unknown is frightening. Yeah. Live life with a little excitement. Embrace the fact that the unknowing can cause you to be anxious. You want to be anxious or in anticipation? Or do you want to be afraid? I don't know. Life. Life is a true mystery. Sorry, the chat distracted me. Lou, that's a partial truth. You chose to let your oldest daughter go as well. You chose to accept not pleasant. And it is respectful, though. Let her make the decisions. But if that's an excuse for you to not try, she might just be waiting to have evidence that her father really cares about her more than his opinions or more than the wealth, the money, the finances. I don't know. I don't remember the details. And you didn't invite me to try and help. So sorry for the unwanted, but I saw it in the chat and I do care. I really do care. I care deeply about families. I care deeply about relationships. Not just the people I know. I care about love. Sincerely. And in my mind right now, I'm seeing in the brief glimpses of the news I saw, the young children in the friggin' war zones. And I know part of that is to get these emotions going, but it's also to keep me informed, to keep me motivated. See, what happens within us, we become divided from ourselves. We take on these personas and characters in life. Tough guy attitude or victim. Oh my God, I'm so helpless. I need everyone. I can't do anything. There's exaggerations on both sides, right? And it's real easy for us to pick up those parts and play those roles just because, oh, I got a little attention. Oh, whatever. Everyone finds a reason to be what they want. The problem is this world has conditioned us to accept less than we want, even when better, greater, exactly, 1,000 times better is available. We're here to settle. That's what the world wants. Because if you settle into an unsatisfactory life, right, a life you really don't like, or you're on that friggin' treadmill of paying bills and earning money and survival, we're playing into the Monopoly game, brothers and sisters. And let's face it, the world we live in could be so much better. The world we live in could be so much better. So what in your life can you make better? If whoever you are, however you're tuning in, I encourage you, please make your life better. Make your life better than it used to be and grow your life, recognize and grow your relationship beyond just the family. See, the world has taught us to serve only those who serve us. It's this selfish mindset of give and take. It's the money system. It's wage slavery. It's corrupted the minds and hearts of mankind. So guess what, brothers and sisters? You get to save yourself. It's easy. Recognize that there's no separation between you and the spirit of love, the strength of Jesus, the spirit of Christ, the essence of Christ, the essence of perfection. Realize that it's up to you, but without God, you are nothing. Sincerely. Only through God, only through the truth can you be shown to be of value. Opinions don't matter. Facts are what matter, I believe, because I've taken on the concept, my God is the truth. I'm here and I have so fallen in love with the truth. Oh, the truth is such a mystery. Every day is more truth. More information can be found in every single day. So I get to continue this relationship and development of what I know about the truth of me, the truth of this world, the truth of our God, the truth of love, man. Love. That's the other mystery. My faith is in love. The truth is the God I worship. Maybe that's accurate. I don't know. My prayer each day is to thank God, and I do. I truly do. Every morning I receive the morning and I start with gratitude. Thank you, Lord. You've awakened me again. I get to play again. And holy cows, you've allowed me to awaken in the comfort of a bed. I can hear the furnace running. Oh, holy cows, I got shelter and comfort and safety and life and health, and it feels good. And that was just because it was Thursday morning, right? New beginnings through love. Once you find love, don't leave it. And I don't mean the love you find through attachment. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the love of being you. Because only you get to be you. And if you can't appreciate being you, are you looking at you the right way? Because if you can't appreciate being you, how are you going to love you? And you are an image of God. How do you love God if you don't like the image, which you are? Comes back to this other idea I had earlier about spent a lot of time in my life seeking approval. And admittedly, great part of my past development has been due to the disapproval that I've received. I listen to the feedback, even though I don't like it. And I've listened to the insults to figure out what is true and what is not. But what if that's what God is looking for too? What if that's what the truth is looking for? Truth doesn't need acceptance or approval. I don't need acceptance or approval. God doesn't need acceptance or approval or disapproval. That's right. Or acceptance. Or acceptance. I'm hoping to be accepted, but I don't need approval or disapproval. I imagine the truth is waiting to be accepted by you. The truth of others, the truth of your memories, the truth of what you didn't want to believe, it's there. And when we deny the truth, guess what? We create our own individual lives in hell. And if you're living in hell, in darkness and in confusion with bitterness and hate, if you're living like that, you're very likely sharing that, generating and passing around those energies. And the world's got enough of that, man. The world's got enough problems. We don't need focus on the problems. Let's focus on the solutions. Because there is a cause and effect to all things. Recognize every problem you find, you may not have caused it, but your awareness is an effect. And so your awareness of the problem is part of the problem. Now, how relevant that is to you Depends on the facts. Love and the truth are just amazing. Let's see what's going on here. I appreciate you guys. Oh yeah, Landline, you're kind of a clown. You really are. You're obviously, I'm assuming, fake account, some clown hiding behind a profile, being, you know what, you're playing your part. Thank you. I'm joyfully acceptance of it. Yeah, keep your head in the sand. Those who are in denial keep their head in the sand. And it's real easy in this world. This is how, again, not to cause confusion by bringing us back and forth into topics, but everything is connected together. This entire economic and political system, it's built on the illusions of authority, right? And what they do, how they maintain their credibility and position, is by playing these games. I've talked about this before. These politicians and economic leaders, executives and such, they play these games of plausible deniability. They choose to ignore facts, even though they know facts may exist. They know these facts may have relevance to their operation, to their decision. But if they don't know about it, then they can't get busted. Donald Trump and the other likes, they like to play these games. It's pretty obvious and clear, but let's follow that through. Let's not get played into this political, egoic nonsense game. Plausible deniability is a state of willful ignorance. Many members in Congress, many obedient employees with these non-disclosure agreements, non-compete agreements, all these obedient employees are keeping their heads in the sand, right? Enabling corruption, enabling wrongdoing. This is happening in our world right here, right now, because other people keep their heads in the sand, going to the same old job, turning on the same old TV shows, gossiping with the same old friends. We live in a world where denial has become the norm. The norm. The structures of the beast system that we have that's ruling everyone's lives, the governments and the banking systems, they maintain their power, like I said, through plausible deniability, which is willful ignorance, which is intentional stupidity. Why are we allowing and enabling and supporting the continued rewards of those who choose to be stupid? Plausible deniability is willful ignorance, which is intentional stupidity. Brothers and sisters, the signs are clear. It is time for our world to change. And the world can change to freak. See, you're lost in your head. I'm voting for Joe Biden. Not right now. No, I know you're playing. I don't mean to do that because I know you're playing. Voting for Joe Biden. He's the president you deserve. He can also fulfill Daniel 10:12, like Gary Baxter said. Also the wounded Saudi. Also the wounded head. No, the thing is, see, and you as well. What's the plan for the next lockdown that's right around the corner? Why do you believe in that? You're obvious. It's like you're not listening to me. And I mean, some of you have even been on the panel. And it's like you do not hear me. Because what I'm suggesting is when we unite, if you don't want to unite with me, do a favor. do me a favor. Maybe you can think of someone who might. You yourself, maybe you don't have time. Maybe you don't have the belief that the world can change in greater ways. Well, like Jacques Fresco said, so I believe, if you believe you cannot change the world, you won't be one of them who does. Brothers and sisters, I convinced myself to believe I could change the world because I was shown to accept the unbelievable. And I've mentioned this before. If you guys don't see the similarities to me, it just, I don't know. You know what? Maybe it is time to just shut her down. Sometimes I continue on when I should stop. I'm going to share a little, again, notes I took from Aaron Abke's videos. But again, I encourage you, go check it out, share some love, and investigate his 4D University too. Another part to consider, though, is the qualities of the heart. I've been saying quite a bit. If your heart is in your mind, right, you're lost in your confusion. You're just in the mental realm, and you're denying your spiritual truth. If you bring your mind into your heart, this is where you must still yourself, silence yourself, because the mind, especially if you've lived the life I used to live of multitasking and, one deadline after another and keeping track of all these details and all these records and all this data. If you're in those patterns of being stretched like that, it may take you some practice, right? Tell you what, it might, I could offer individual coaching, and I'm happy to do so for those who want to figure out how to get started, still in the mind and stuff. But the simple fact is, you already know. You already know how to be still within yourself. You already know how to listen to your conscience. But the world teaches us to deny our conscience, to deny our true nature. Why? Because we live in a real life monopolies Ponzi scheme. Instead of playing the gift of life, right? The creation of life, where we get to imagine and create the perfect lives of our dreams, which is what I believe God has offered for us. Instead of working together to create and live the lives of our dreams together, we've literally bought into this satanic evil nonsense where we're fighting each other over opinions and beliefs. And in the meantime, we are collectively choosing to pay for wars and destruction and oppression and censorship and division and punishment. Do you not see the signs, brothers and sisters? I mean, if you have any questions on what I'm pointing out as far as the signs of today, then I'm happy to answer them. But really, the signs are clear. Where the line is at, I'm going to bring this back again. The world and you and what I'm saying does not require your approval or disapproval. The world and what I'm saying right here, what you're hearing me say, or you've been hearing, simply requires your acceptance and your consideration. That's it. That's all the world asks of you. That's all the truth asks of you, is your acceptance and your consideration. How about God? I bet that's all God asks of you. To start, your acceptance and your consideration. See, because without acceptance and consideration of the truth, or without acceptance or consideration of God, without acceptance or consideration of the love that is present, the love that is presently moving you, may not feel like love sometimes. I know the feelings of pain. I know the feelings of sorrow. I know the feelings of loss. I know the feelings of betrayal. I know feelings quite well. So what? We all have feelings. We all have conditions. We are all dealing with the same set of corrupt regulations and rules, and everyone's got, some people got more money, some people got more knowledge, some people got more beauty, some people got more talent. It's a game. We're all pieces of this magnificent, glorious creation of life that we are. Are we dreaming? Are we dreaming, or is this real? What do you want to believe? What do you want to accept? I love this. Forgiveness is an attribute of love, because forgiveness brings a mercy to both parties, to the punisher and to the punishee, to the perpetrator and to the victim. Forgiveness brings a mercy, and the mercy brings forth compassion. Now, I know some people like to say compassion, like it's a real angry thing that moves us, but that's different. Compassion is a combined passion, combined feeling, combined unification. It's why we're here. We were born into a world that has lost its way. Only you can lead yourself astray, though. So there's no one to blame. What there is, there's a life to accept. There's a brand new life for you. It's here in the present. All you got to do is accept it. Accept a new life for you and start living it. If you're not present in the day, if you're looping in the past memories and fears, and or focused on plans, you might not be here today, but be here and present in the present with love and walk with love. This is what I've been doing. And again, there is the possibility I'm wrong. There is that possibility. I could be a complete fool, and yep, a week or so, I may end up sleeping in my car and homeless and trying to figure out how to do anything without anything. That's possible. But it's also possible that I know what I'm saying. That the way of God is love. The way of life is love. Because let's just break it down. Logic and reasoning. We all have this ability. Do you have the willingness to accept? Because that's what it comes down to. Without the willingness to accept the truth, we stay in denial. God allows that. That's how we're designed. Perfectly fine. You can live your life confused and in the dark all your life. You can come back for lifetimes if you want. And maybe that's what you chose to do. We don't know. All we know is where we are, and all we know about where we are is right now. And what is happening right now? Well, love is living through you. Do you feel you? Do you feel the goodness of you? Do you feel the goodness about you and around you, and the goodness that is with you? The goodness is love. So focus on the goodness. You get to choose what that is. God's given you the power. You have the freedom to see, the ability to create what you want from what you discover. This life, yes. Amen. And we are blessed in the presence of God, no matter what your physical surroundings are, no matter when you are, where you are. The presence of God is with you. It's around you. It's in you. It is you until you corrupt it. The presence of God is within you until you corrupt it, until you deny the love and truth and divinity and purity that God has for you. It's an amazing game. That's what I've been trusting and learning for myself, this game of life. It's one to be appreciated sincerely. So, real quick, some of the qualities of living in the heart that were offered by Aaron. The devotion to God. Again, in my words, I've said this tip, shared this tip before, so let me offer it again. One of the best ways I found, one of the most important tools and keys in the transformation of me and my perceptions and my life was an intentional review and adjustment of my vocabulary. I found cheat sheets and stuff so I could better understand my problems, my feelings, not problems, my feelings. I didn't have a good vocabulary for feelings. And I didn't have a real good vocabulary when it came to scripture or even like repentance and contrition, stuff like that. I didn't think about that stuff. So anyway, changing my life, some of the words that I picked up is simply because I want to simplify my life. I don't want a complicated life. My mind creates a lot of complications, so I want to get out of my way. So to simplify my life, I started considering content or discontent. Am I content or am I discontent? And if I'm discontent, what do I feel is lacking? What would help me grow in my contentment? And if I'm content, what am I lacking? What would help me grow in my enjoyment? Right? So that I'm not just content, I'm not just enjoying, but I want to love. I want to love living. I want to be excited. I want, right? The thrill of new beginnings. I want that immensely alluring feeling, the anticipation and excitement of greater futures. So, qualities of life, starting with a devotion to God. Again, transforming my mind, transforming my life. I chose to gain more clarity on what these words meant. God for me, I know God through the truth. I experience God through love. If I stray from love, well, I know I'm straying from perhaps God's will for me, but not always. I don't know. I'm here and now, and I accept where I am. So we got the devotion to God. And then this idea of where we are is a cause and effect. Cause and effect, there's no separation. The goal is the path. The path is the goal. You want to be healthy? Be healthy. You want to be at peace? Be at peace. You want to be with love? Be with love. These are the simple ways. Hey, and we've got another guest here. Another bright, shining smile. Welcome, brother. How you doing today, Hank?
I'm doing well, Jack. So I have a special message for Enslavia. I just wanted to remember I Paul on your show a couple of days ago. They have you on, I guess, there's two fabricated avatars with red devil horns. And I just want to explain, you get stuck in these power games because you keep forcing them on us. You keep forcing the power games on us. So that's why you're stuck in them. So if you just cut it out, we won't bother. So you're trying to make fun of Jack because you don't have any content without Jack. So you're stuck looping because you won't cut it out.
That's actually, thank you. Yep, you're pointing out the patterns. There are patterns being repeated, looping, and it's not. There's been a lot of fingers pointed my way, but those fingers that have been pointing, they didn't recognize they should be looking in the mirror, Mr. Well, all of Unslavia. All of Unslavia is welcome to join and help increase my numbers at any time they'd like. And, let's face the facts. There's obviously a connection, yet there's a clear resistance and there's a disturbance between the two of us, I'm not the problem.
Duh. And it's pretty. I think it's pretty obvious to see that you're not the problem. But some people just refuse to look in the mirror to see where the problem is. It doesn't make much sense. If you want to improve yourself, you may want to look in the mirror, because if you see everyone's a monster, well, maybe just bump your nose.
Exactly. That's the thing too. We've got to check our perspective to make sure, are our feelings and our narratives, are we accurate? Because if we're not accurate, we're not in line with the truth. It's really that simple. The truth is the only thing that matters. Nothing else. Nothing else matters. Just what is and is not true. And what is true, really, the only thing that's true is right now. And so if that's true, then the past is done. Now is a new beginning. And if now is a new beginning, what direction are we going to go? I know landline.
I want to move forward and just get to ending the wars and stuff. But there's other people want to get in the way, so we just have to start with love, as you normally do, and if they're just continue to be a disturbance, we'll just have to put them away for a bit and see if they come back better later.
Hey, whoever this landline is, you're gone. Peace be upon you.
Yeah, peace be upon you.
You're gone. And mods, thank you for doing the censorship thing with that guy. But excuse me, bear with me just a moment. Oh, excuse me. Doggone. I considered setting that up before I started, and I didn't, because I never know with you sometimes, man. You're a wild card, and I don't know what's what. I may do that, though, Tom. Here, I want to come back real quick. Thank you with Paul and Slavia. Well, we're all in this together. All of us. We're all experiencing today together. And this is what I realized, that distinction between what do we think and what do we know. Get a lot of people talking at each other instead of with each other. There's a big difference because everyone's in different realities, talking to each other from different places, but they're not connecting. So here, the qualities of the heart that we want to find. We want to bring our mind into our heart and live through the moments of the day, every day. And you don't have to just go sit in a corner. You just mindfully go through your day as you're doing your tasks, your shopping, your work, and you bring your mind into the moment, into your heart, and you look at what you're doing with a heartfelt expression of gratitude, of compassion, of appreciation. So the qualities of the heart, devotion to God, the recognition the goal is the path, right? So if the goal is God, the path is God. Keep it simple. If the goal is health, the path is health. The best way to do those is through humility. Humility is definitely lacking over at Unslavia and throughout America in Congress and the White House and, the media. Humility has been lacking, and unfortunately, it's created this world of nonsense. People running around insulting each other, and we don't need that. So, devotion to God through humility and simply accept and recognize the perfection. There's a perfection of everything. There's a perfection of you. There's a quality of perfection in everything. So seek the perfection. Well, starts with acceptance.
Yeah, we may be in different realities, but we are in the same universe. But there's stuff that's
Yes.
going to be consistent from each of our worldviews. And what his consistent is, if you can't stop the power games, well, everyone else can't disengage either.
If you can't stop the power games, then what? You can't disengage?
Then other people can't disengage from them either. They just we have to return the favor just for and maintain stability.
To some degree, I can accept that. I'm actually leaning more and more into non-resistant, right? Fighting less and trusting and having faith more. How it'll work out, I don't know, but I know that I don't allow myself to drop into these conflicts as long or as much as I used to. Just drop into the negativity, what I mean,
well,
to exchange it back.
Well, it's not that good for you, so you should stay out of it. But you have other people supporting you. That's good for. So
I know.
We can tag you out.
Yep.
I can step in and finish the job quickly.
I've seen it, and I appreciate the role that you've been playing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, here, let's keep going. So,
yes.
Devotion to God through humility, recognizing the perfection that is, and what I've seen a lot of people lacking, this reminder, compassion to all, understanding to all. We can offer compassion and understanding to ourselves and each other anytime we want. Mercy and care. Those are the best ways to show compassion and understanding. To exchange compassion and understanding is through mercy and care, appreciation. And then finally, find within you, right, your life's purpose, find within you a strong desire, an unquenchable desire to be of service to the world. That is what's going to change this world as more and more people start rising and aligning with these ideas, walking with God, living with love, right? As more and more people do that, I truly expect we're going to see miracles. Miracles will be I have a feeling miracles will be more common than have ever been in the past. I try not to exaggerate or oversell what I think, but I don't know. My friend, my brother, I do feel like maybe I should just start wrapping up. Coming up on 2 hours, and I've been meaning to shorten it up anyway. How are you feeling? What do you think?
I'm going to send one super chat real quick. We can read it out.
You are a true gentleman, my friend. Oh my gosh. Let me hit that. And
go ahead and highlight that. So, Paul, I just need to start another tab for a couple seconds to see if you're using Jack Talcott for content.
Oh, was he probably talking shit about?
Oh, you saw in shit says Dumb Hank watches my show. I only need to start a tab for a couple seconds. You're predictable.
Yeah. It is predictable. But I don't condemn it. I don't condemn it because it's a bizarre situation. It really is. I mean, yesterday I felt chemistry. Well, Paul and I, we keep going good and bad, right? Rocky starts. But yesterday I felt we had some good chemistry, some good energy going. And then I think it was yesterday that knucklehead Nubs showed up. So I separated. And then I go back and see he's restreaming me and just mocking me.
Yeah.
He's like telling all of his viewers why I'm not what I say I am. And it's like, dude, what in the hell? So
Yeah.
for Paul to, go ahead, Hank.
Of course I don't condemn him, because now we get to corrupt his youth. He's giving, it's dumb as he doesn't understand what he's doing. He's giving Jack Talcott access to his youths, the enslaved youths. So even though you were trying to talk over us, it's not working, and just keep doing it because we like it.
Well, I look forward. I trust soon the loops are going to end, because people can't stay in denial. You know, God is very gentle and powerful and mysterious and glorious. And I try to walk with God. I offer kindness and goodness, patience, but I am very persistent, right? Because of my persistence and my ability to reset and move forward, I've been accused of being harassing by Paul, by
And
Margo.
Paul, you don't own English, dumbass. You don't own English. So I could take anything a demo, please. And you disagree, you can get your lawyer to send an email to aflame03@gmail.com.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Well, Tommy just showed up, and I was all right. Yeah, let's see where we go here. Welcome, brother.
I'm sorry, my mods timed you out. I apologize.
Yeah, the monkeys are getting smarter. They've learned they can't tell me to come up here. They just time me out because they know I'll come up here when they time me out.
You got some static.
They timed me out for chatting. Jack Paul's your daddy. Because I just did a Lore Master show the other day where I was like, look at this. This was like a year ago. This might have been a year ago. Like, Paul's watching Jack and hating on Jack. People over to Jack. And then he shows up on Jack and goes, well, I wouldn't send these people over here. These are miscreants, Jack. And now you're like acting like that's news that he's still doing that. Like, he's being different, Jack. I don't like how Paul's being different everywhere he goes, and it's weird. He comes on and he's different on your show than he is while he's watching you from his show. It's weird to me.
Right.
Different where we go.
Doesn't he say that all the time? That's funny. Hey, Tom, there was.
No, it's bad. I'm not going to do a good mic for Jack's show because Paul's his daddy.
That's not accurate. It's really not.
You're right. I'll plug in the mic, so I'll give you the better mic. So that's not accurate. You're right. But the Paul's your daddy part, spot on.
No, that's what I'm saying is not accurate.
Dude,
I'm not seeing your.
The fact that he is saying and doing the type of smut at you that he throws at everybody, and you're still up here saying, I think we're getting back to square one this time, guys. I went to see my ex-girlfriend, or no, you're like, I went to see my ex-boyfriend, and yeah, I sucked his dick again, but I really think he's going to get back with me this time. I think this is the one where he's going to get back with me.
Dude, hey, stop, please, Tom, please stop, because
so you
what
really
you're doing,
chemistry, you think he's coming around,
no.
You're really helping him, right? You're really
Tom.
helping Paul. Hold on, I'm plugging the mic in.
Oh, that means I'm the cock blocker.
Hey, bisexual AF. It's bisexual AF, Hank.
Yep.
Hey, for whatever reason, Tom, I'm not finding your thing to forward to.
What?
I was looking for your upcoming stream to.
I don't want you to forward these people over to my show. They mute me here. They time me out here. Why would I want them at my show?
Dude, your audio sucks.
It didn't fix it. I just put the mic in.
No.
Well, let me fuck with it. Let me fuck with it.
All right, please calm down.
Because the other night I used this. You remember I was on the show going, they said this sucks, and now it works. And they said it sucks. Let me switch. Hold on.
You want to try the connection, maybe? I mean, not your hardware, but you want to try the internet.
Oh yeah, Jack, you're the troubleshooter. You're suddenly this software electronics troubleshooter, right?
No, I just know shut it off and turn it back on helps.
How is it right now? How's it right now?
Static.
Pretty good. It's gotten better.
It's better or it's still bad?
It's still bad, but
static.
it's better.
All right.
Yes.
I'll just go live with this on my show, and they'll be honest because they're not going to sit there and hear it like that.
Well, see, Tom, this is the thing. If you stop believing that we're dishonest, you can trust.
What do you mean dishonest? I don't need to trust. I have the truth. Truth trumps the trust. I don't need to trust you guys. I know the truth.
No, you think you know the truth. You go with the truth that's in your mind, not within your heart.
No, I go with the truth that my God has given me. Oh, you're defending. Are you defending your ego right now, or are you talking about the things I talk about?
Yeah, I don't need you to trust me. If I have to a point, I would say, here's the facts. You can check yourself. So I do not need you to trust me.
If I can afford my rent, I don't have to trust my roommate to have his half. He can, and I'll be fine with it. But he can't put me out on the street if I can afford the rent. As in, let's pretend that's the truth. I don't need to trust him to pay his rent. The truth is, I've got that covered. Hey, Bex, toggle your alive settings.
Tom, your audio sucks. I'd love to have this conversation, but it does suck.
That other phone. All right, let me switch phones.
I don't know what's going on.
You know, it's funny. We're being called parasites when we're being sucked off of. You got the definitions backwards.
Well,
that's hilarious.
Hank, here, actually, this is what I was trying to get across to Tom and others. The only thing we know is right now. And so right now we are aspects of being. We are being ourselves. We are aspects of this present moment. And we are aspects of the present moment through our consciousness and our perception. Through the egoic design, the way we're designed with spirit and beast, we can either project, shoot out what is within us, what is filled within us, or we can reflect back the facts that we see. And yeah, there's many people who like to project their behavior all over me. It's funny.
Yeah, with a little support, you can catch it and keep on trucking.
Yes. We're helping others to see it, that it's not necessarily accurate what's being said, that the people saying it should be listening to themselves. And I hear myself say these things. I do. I pay attention to what I say. But this is what I realized. What if God is all using us all? How's this, Tom?
How is this?
Oh, static free.
That's my phone. The other one is the one that laid in the snow. It was a Galaxy Note 8. It laid in the snow roughly 3 months. I found it. I put it in a bowl of rice. I had a mom and pop Asian phone store crack it for me and take the Google off after I convinced them I didn't steal it. And now I have a free Galaxy Note 8 with a bad audio mic. Big whoop. Want to fight about it?
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Welcome back. You
can
what
probably
were we
get that
talking about?
audio to be sold or something.
Oh, I don't know if you heard what I said while you were
probably some old bullshit about that we are always in the now and that's all there is. Yep. It's like I could miss half the semester. I'll come in and pass the final and get the fuck out of your hair.
Well, but see, that's
in college or something.
That's where I think you're confused, right?
That you're trying to get me out of. I'm not the one focusing on confusion, Jack. But like your daddy, I can show you the light. I can answer your questions. Get at me. I got like 5 minutes before I have to do my own stupid show. But tonight, the couch, Jack, I hope you're not so ego. We're going to go a night or two where the billboard is kind of covered up. My new couch desk. I ordered a new couch desk for my show. I'm liking my new couch desk.
I'm excited to see what you got ready for it.
Oh, crazy. And I fit more people on the Wasteland couch now, too. We'll see how it goes tonight.
Very cool.
It's focus group 2. We're doing a secondary focus group. We're going to move this game along some more. We're going to play it Saturday. It's going to happen.
Oh, continuing of what started last night. Focus group
Yeah.
regarding the game.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. And now we're done with the Monopoly thing. Now it can just be ideas. You can throw it at me. We'll see what happens Saturday. We'll play it a couple of times and let it evolve itself into if it's going to be a community game or not.
I love it, man. You're doing some pretty cool things, admittedly. And I appreciate you stopping by, Tom. I will, and I'm sure we've got folks in the chat who will make sure you're...
We need a space for that peanut gallery. You know, the people who only chat and never come up on panel. They keyboard warrior insult, but they're too afraid to come up. And even if they do come up, they never show their face. Those people are hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm the one that's open an avenue that people that are never going to show their face, that want to secretly show their face, can contact me and be one of the faces in my opening show, open crowd. Like all the hoodlums in the crowd, you can contact me to have your face be in that crowd if you want, and I'll never say who you are. You don't even have to tell me. Like, if no one's really seen I Am the Tao, if I'm still right, has anyone ever seen I Am the Tao cam up? If he wanted to just show his face, like be a face in that crowd, but no one but me and him ever knows that that's his face in the crowd, you can do that if you get with me, people. I'm not even going to do the bids on the faces now. If you fit or if you want to be it, let me know. We'll see what we can do.
That's pretty cool, man. And that's cool.
Yeah, I'm
about
real
you
cool.
too.
I'm real fucking cool.
Oh, don't be a dick. I was just going to be nice to you. Hey, you better get ready. You got to go start. I don't want to be.
Now you can change the start time. It's not.
No, I figure I've been watching some of these panels. I figure I'm just going to click go live and make the community do my show tonight. So I don't have to be ready. I was born ready.
I know it. Roger. What a treat. Holy cows. Tom's a hoot. And it looks like he's having fun with the broadcasting stuff too. He's making some fun stuff. I'm enjoying a lot of what he's doing. He's crazy.
Yeah, me too. I gotta let you end your show or keep it going, whatever you want to do. I'll get out of your way.
I'm ready to wrap it up. Thank you, Hank. Appreciate you, my friend.
Yep.
All right. So, brothers and sisters, I think this is a wonderful time to wrap it up. And sincerely, thank you to all who stopped in again. For those who are aware, may remember, join in prayers, offer prayers again for the health. Our friend Wildheart resurrected. For the others we may know, the others in your heart, the others in your life, offer forth prayers. The prayer I seek often, not just for myself, but sincerely, I offer it to others. I pray that health and comfort be found within your being, within your body. That health and comfort be found within your body. That peace and stillness be found within your mind. And that joy, abundance of joy and an abundance of gratitude be overflowing your heart. Those are my prayers for you. Peace and comfort for your health and comfort for your body, peace and stillness for your mind, joy and gratitude for your heart. And my heart is filled with appreciation. My heart is filled with gratitude. And my heart is filled with love. And here, you know what? Love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. Love is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. I have to stumble on that. I'm working on that better, though. Love keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes. Love always perseveres. So walk with love, brothers and sisters. Know love as God. And if you feel absent of love, start seeking wondering why, where, how do I grow the love within me? How do I do what Jack was talking about? It really is, well, it's your life to live. I'm going to wrap it up. Sincerely, brothers and sisters, please do the follow thing, the like thing, the subscribe thing. Invite others to join and hit the notifications, because I will try to be back tomorrow and we'll see what the future brings. Sincerely, thank you again. Peace for everyone. Choose love and live without fear. Thank you, and God bless us all.